Fox Sports.
We are Black Hawks. We are Minnesota.
A sunny Wednesday afternoon in downtown Minneapolis as fans arrive at Target Field. These are the summer days you got to hang on to here as we get into the late stages of this summer in Minnesota. The Twins are ready for game number 2 against the Pittsburgh Pirates. Twins have been playing awfully well here at Target Field, 15-4 in their last 19. I'm Kevin Gorg. Welcome inside Target Field. One of the players that's had a really good run here at home is Eddie Rosario. One thing he's been known for this year is his aggressiveness on the base paths. We saw it again last night. He's learned how to deke outfielders. Last night, the victim was right fielder Greg Polanco of the Pirates. When I talked to Eddie this morning, he said, this isn't something I've just developed as a pro. All the way through my baseball career, going back to Little League, I've always tried to have good instincts. I've always tried to be a student of the game and to learn the tendencies and take advantage of situations. He's been taking advantage with these dekes all season long. It was a big run scored last night for the Minnesota Twins. It gave them momentum. So we asked Paul Molitor about the detail that he pays attention to with Eddie Rosario on the bases.
If you just go out there and, a little bit haphazard, not really thinking about it, you're going to miss opportunities, and he's not that guy. And every once in a while, we know he gets himself in trouble by trying to do a little too much. But some of those plays that we've seen him take advantage of guys just hitting the pause button for just that split second has enabled him to pick up another 90 feet.
We'll see if Rosario and some of those Twins can be a thorn in the side of Chris Archer today and the Pittsburgh Pirates as Minnesota looks for the sweep. When we come back, it is electric arms on both sides. Dick Brammer, Bert Blyleven break down the matchup between Chris Archer of the Pirates and Jose Barrios of the Minnesota Twins. Game 2 of this 2-game set is next.
Connecting you to the power of the digital world. By Sanford Orthopedics and Sports Medicine for the everyday competitor in all of us. And by Northland Ford. Visit buyfordnow.com and your local Northland Ford dealer today.
It's a gorgeous day for a ball game, and the Pirates and Twins will wrap up
their 2-game interleague series. Chris Archer will make his second start here at Target Field in about a month. He's just wearing a different uniform now, having been traded to the Pittsburgh Pirates. And Jose Barrios will hope to continue his dominance here in his home ballpark. And we welcome you to Target Field. Dick Bramer along with Bert Blyleven. We have the same pitching matchup we had just before the All-Star break here. Chris Archer against Jose Barrios, and both pitchers are capable of pitching a wonderful ball game.
Well, Chris Archer just coming over from the Tampa Bay Rays. This will be his third start in a Pirate uniform. His 2 previous starts, only 9 1/3 innings combined in those 2 starts, but he is 1-0, and he's had very good success in his career against the Twins. A guy that when he's on, he's got a nasty slider. For the Twins, Jose Barrios, Dick, you mentioned his magic here at home, 8-2, ERA under 3. He's got a rebound after a poor start in Cleveland. We'll see if he can do that here this afternoon.
Since Miguel Sano's rejoined the Major League club, we've seen fewer swings and misses. We've seen a lot of base hits up the middle. And last night we saw a home run to the opposite field. In summary, we're seeing a much better Miguel Sano on the field.
And a much patient Miguel Sano at the plate. And I think that's the biggest thing for Sano. Yeah, he's hitting well over the last 13 ball games. The 2 home runs, look at the walks, 7 walks. So that tells you he's more patient. He's waiting for that one pitch that he can drive, and he got that pitch in last night's ball game. A big 2-run home run in the 8th inning.
We'll see if Sano can provide a big hit against Chris Archer as the Twins hope to win this series and get this homestand off to a rousing start. Twins have played some awfully good baseball at home, in part because Jose Barrios has been so good here at Target Field, but the Twins have built a pretty good home record so far this year, despite the fact that they are 8 games below 500 overall. They're 10 over at home, 34-24. And Clint Hurdle, been here before. He was on the coaching staff for the 2014 All-Star game that was played here. And They've done a great job. 12-4 mark in interleague play, and the Pirates 2 games above the 500 mark, although they have struggled a little bit as of late. Here's the Menards batting order, and it has changed just within the last 20 minutes or so. Corey Dickerson is leading off in left field. Adam Frazier batting second, playing center field. Then Polanco, Bell, Cervelli, Diaz, Harrison, Moran, and Echeverria. Starling Marte was scratched from the lineup right before game time.
Yeah, due to illness, so Marte not in that lineup, so a little bit of a switch. But let's take a look at today's starting pitcher stats that are brought to you by Home Furniture. And Jose Barrios on the mound this afternoon for the Twins, making his 25th start, his first career start ever against the Pittsburgh Pirates. In an interleague play, this is his 11th interleague start, 4-6 with a 3.65 earned run average.
And Barrios ready to go. Looking for win number 12 on the year. Dickerson originally was supposed to be in the DH spot leading off, but he was moved to left field. And the first pitch up and away, ball 1.
That's important for Barrios to establish that fastball. Yes, he's got a strikeout type breaking ball, but get ahead with that fastball and mix in that changeup.
And outside 2-0.
Let's take a look at the Pizza Ranch for the win for Jose Barrios. Control has been an issue. He just didn't have it in his last start against Corey Kluber and the Indians. At 6 walks, 1 intentional. That's why you say he attacked the strike zone.
Look, foul. He's kind of blown hot and cold as of late. 3 starts ago here against Boston. Just 4 2/3 innings, 9 hits, 3 walks, a lot of pitches, not enough strikes. And there was an issue throughout the game with the home plate umpire, Doug Eddings. Doug Eddings has the plate this afternoon. 2-1. And fouled away.
Well, you can look at that last start against the Indians. You know, he just didn't, you know, sometimes you can show that on the mound, and I just didn't think he looked comfortable on the mound in Cleveland. So, yeah, some bad numbers right there for Barrios, but you know what? You're going to have poor starts throughout your career.
Ground ball hit to Sano.
It's how you regroup, and hopefully this afternoon, last start is over with for Barrios.
Northland Ford defense for the Twins with Kepler out there in center field again, and Jake Cave in left, and Rosario in right. Second game in a row with that outfield alignment. Sano at third. Polanco, Forsythe up the middle. Adrianza playing first base. Joe Mauer's DHing, and Bobby Wilson catching. Adrianza hasn't had a chance to play on the right side of the infield very often, and of course Logan Morrison is done for the year, and the Twins really don't have another in-house backup first baseman, so Adrianza got the call. Strike 1 over the inside corner to Frazier.
Yeah, Frazier showed bunt right there in his 3rd season with the Pirates. Kind of a utility player. He was going to be in left field, but now moves to center with Marte not feeling well.
Wicked breaking ball gets a swing and a miss. 0-2.
Yeah, you know what? In his last start, it looked like the breaking ball was just kind of rolling. That creates, you know, lack of arm speed. And right there, that was a good breaking ball. So right there, that's nasty. That's Barrios at his best right there. Good tight breaking ball. Got strike 1. Couple breaking balls. His first strikeout. And he has struck out more batters this year than innings pitched. Great location right there. Tough for left-handers to lay off that, as it is for right-handers against left-handers pitchers like Carlton down and in.
Gregory Polanco with 2 gone quickly here in the first inning.
See the assortment of pitches for Barrios.
Fastball gets a swing and a miss. And now with 1 strike, Sano will move to the right side of the infield.
Polanco in his 5th season with the Pirates.
In Barrios' last start, of course, we built the game up as a battle between 2 of the better pitchers in the league, Barrios and Kluber, each with a big breaking ball, an unhittable breaking ball when it's sharp. 1-2. And Barrios gave up some early runs. The Twins came back late against Kluber to tie the game. So neither starter involved in the decision. Popped up, it's back and out of play. One and two.
We'll see if he goes with that breaking ball down and in to Polanco. 106 strikeouts for Polanco and 380 at bats.
Down and in.
He tried it just too far down and in.
Two and two to Polanco. Off the glove of Barrios right to Sano. That takes care of the first inning. Barrios enjoys a 1-2-3 first. Barrios had an easy 1-2-3 first inning. The Menards batting order for the Twins as Joe Mauer as the designated hitter. Then Eddie Rosario, Jorge Polanco, Miguel Sano, Max Kepler, Logan Forsythe, Jake Cave, A-Ray Adrianza, and Bobby Wilson.
And today's starting pitcher stats are brought to you by Home Furniture. And that'll be Chris Archer making his third start this year against the Twins. The other two coming when he was with the Tampa Bay Rays. And he's had very good success against the Twins in his career. This is his 10th start. He's 6-1 and 4-0 here at Target Field in 5 starts.
One of those starts coming before the All-Star break this year. It was just his second start since being on the disabled list. So he only threw 93 pitches in about 4 1/3 innings, exactly 4 1/3 innings. And Mauer with a swing and a miss, and it's 0-2.
Archer pretty good control over his career, averaging about 3 walks per 9 innings. And over a strikeout an inning, 9.7 strikeouts over his career. Nasty slider, but keys off the fastball.
Off the mound, and the second hop comes up for Echeverria, 1 away. Pretty well hit ball. Now I noticed it last night, and it happened here too. Mauer hit the ball hard, a 2-hopper to the shortstop, but the umpire took the ball out of play, put in a new ball. Now we know if the ball is in the dirt, thrown in the dirt, they'll take the ball out. But I mean, unless I've been missing something, they don't typically do that, do they? They did it last night a couple times.
Yeah, I think it depends on the crew, but you know, a lot of times the ball is hit in the outfield, and I've seen the pitcher sometimes throw the ball out. I don't know why. Why would you if it's got a little scuff on it?
Now again, there's a ball hit on the ground, and Doug Eddings puts a new ball in play. Northland Ford defense for the Pirates. Adam Frazier in center field. Dickerson is in left, and Polanco is in right. And then Moran, Echeverria, Harrison, and Bell, the infielders, and Cervelli behind the plate.
4 pitches, 2 outs so far for Archer.
And here's Jorge Polanco. And a fastball for a strike. Pirates getting Archer not only to help them this year, they're on the fringes of a wild card berth, chasing a wild card berth, but he's under team control for 3 more years. Swung on and missed, 0-2. So the Pirates, who traded Garrett Cole away, now have Archer back for a reasonable sum by today's standards. You can see where the Pirates are, 5 games behind the Phillies in the wild card race. 0-2. And now in the dirt, and Archer stumbles a bit on his follow through.
Well, they list Archer at 6'2", about 195. Does a good job getting to that balance point.
Right off the end of the bat, foul.
And a good follow through. 2-time All-Star when he was with the Rays in 2015 and 17. Spent about a month on a disabled list. Left abdominal strain.
High drive to center. Frazier going back and making the catch, disappearing into the shadows. Each starting pitcher has a 1-2-3 burst.
Top of the second, time for some clubhouse scoop. We'll start with Tony Oliva's thoughts on the run that Miguel Sano's on since he's been called back up. He said much different hitter, not trying to go out there and pull everything, much more patient, able to take the ball both ways. Really impressed with the way Sano has improved his approach at the plate. Cole Stewart, of course, had his first major league start over the week, and I talked to Cole today about his emotions around that. He said, after I threw the first pitch, it was like any other start. Before that, the anxiety was off the charts. Didn't sleep well, didn't warm up well. It was a completely different animal. But once I got on the mound and threw that first pitch, I settled in. It was a dream come true. And guys, Robbie Grossman, another great day working out here at the ballpark with that hamstring. He'll go get some work in the minors. Decent chance in the next week or so he'll be back with the Minnesota Twins.
Yeah, thank you. There was no batting practice before the game today, but Robbie was taking fly balls out in left field before the game, and everything seems to be going well. Foul back, and it's 1-2. To Josh Bell. Bell, Cervelli, and Diaz will hit here in the Pirates' second inning. Breaking ball down and in.
Barrios needed only 14 pitches in that first inning, and that's kind of where you'd like to be, 14 to 16 range. Missing a couple times with that breaking ball down and in.
I tell you, Doug Eddings is going to have a higher pitch count than Barrios the way this game is going. He's firing baseballs back to the mound after every ground ball, couple pitches in the dirt, and he's one of those umpires that likes to throw the ball back to the pitcher himself. Tap to the right side. And Barrios right there. That's the way it's supposed to work. Adrianza flipping to the pitcher. And now here comes a new baseball from Doug Eddings. One down. Hard to explain. This team has really struggled on the road, but at home, you know, they're playing very, very good baseball. Last night's win, a really good ball game. 14-4.
Remember the late Steve Palermo?
Yes.
You know, when he would be behind the plate, he would throw the ball out like Eddings is to the pitcher. And I called Time and called him in. I said, would you do me a favor? Don't throw the ball harder to me than I'm trying to throw to home plate. He had a cannon for an arm.
You didn't care one way or the other, did you? I mean, you give up a home run, you get a new ball. You didn't care whether it came from the umpire or the catcher?
No, no.
Breaking ball called, strike 1-1.
As long as I didn't have to give that ball to the manager.
Yeah, you know, the way they turn over baseballs now, what would happen if you just walked off the mound with the ball?
Oh, got him.
Cervelli hit by a pitch.
And we've seen that from Barrios. You know, he'll hit guys maybe in that back foot with a breaking ball, but we've also seen him right there, fastball inside that gets Cervelli. And he's hurting a little bit. Did this hit him in the ribs? Not yet. Well, it looked like the left elbow area. Cervelli. Ouch. Boy, you heard that. Ow. That's the 11th hit batsman for Barrios this year. He's a catcher. He'll be fine. Cervelli had some concussion issues earlier this year. Took one off the mask.
Yeah, recently,
just San Francisco. Yeah, they were
last
worried
week
about him.
Well, thankfully he's okay, because with the lineup change, Diaz is the designated hitter, and he's also the backup catcher.
Well, they have Jacob Stallings too.
Stallings, yeah.
Stallings,
yeah.
excuse me. Yeah.
So here is Diaz, the designated hitter, with Cervelli at first and one away. Swung on and missed. Barrios from the stretch for the first time.
Been able to get 9 double plays turned behind him, this being his 25th start.
Fastball on the outside corner.
Good crisp fastball right there. Good location.
And on 3 pitches, Diaz is gone.
Strikeout number 2 for Barrios. One thing he has done too, he's done a good job of opponents' batting average against him. And opponents coming in hitting only .218. That's 8th best in the American League. Left-handers hitting only .210. Right-handers only .227. He's given up 18 home runs. Came into the ball game giving up only 122 hits and 150 innings pitched.
Here's Josh Harrison, the second baseman. I don't know if I've ever seen anybody start his at bat with a stance as far away from home plate. Here's Diaz in the 3rd strike. High fastball. But look where Harrison's standing in the box. Open stance, and he's a long way from the plate.
Yeah, but watch his left foot. It'll go right toward the pitcher.
And that is dropped softly into left field for a base hit. 1st and 2nd, 2 down.
Oh, remember Brian Downing. Brian Downing opened up to where his left foot was almost behind his right foot. And then, you know, of course, when that pitch is thrown home, then they, you know, adjust. But Brian, you could see his chest when you're pitching against him. You looked at his chest. Right there, you see where he steps. And he got a pitch to his liking and picks up the first hit for the Pirates. See where his feet are, that open stance, but then the high leg kick or semi kick. It's a base hit. It's a good little player, Harrison. Kind of a spark plug.
Off the end of the bat for a base hit. Now first and second, two away, and Colin Moran. Away, ball one.
Moran coming over from the Houston Astro organization, where he played a couple years up and down with the Astros, getting some playing time with the Pirates. Came over in the Cole trade.
That is way blocked in Houston by Bregman at third base. At the knees, a strike, 1-1. Moran hit the grand slam on opening day against Lance Lynn. Pittsburgh's opening day, I should say. That's hit softly on the ground. Nice pickup by Polanco, and Adrianza can't pick it, and it'll allow a run to score. Nice play by Polanco, but the one-hop throw came out of his glove, and so Moran will reach on an infield hit.
Looked like Adrianza tried to scoop for it, and it hit the heel of his glove and then got behind him, and that allowed Cervelli to score from second base. So great effort right there. He does keep the ball in the infield, and then the short hop right there, you can see he had it in the glove, and then through the action of trying to keep it in the glove, the ball jumped out.
And now Adeiny Echeverria with runners at first and third.
To give the air to Polanco on a great effort right there. No RBI for Moran, but he gets a single.
Well,
And an error.
There's a hit and an error allowing Cervelli to score.
Right.
Belt high strike. So the hit batter comes around to score with a couple of 2-out hits and an error.
See, when Brios has pitched well this year, he'll stay out of these multi-run innings. So this is a big out right here. Pirates already put one on the board.
34th pitch. Pitching to his 9th batter.
20th pitch of the inning for Brios at 14 in the first.
Breaking ball ends the inning as it did the first inning. ball game late last night that helped the Twins to a win.
Well, he took a pitch away, and you see the strength 406-foot high fly home run. Velocity almost 106 miles an hour. Launch angle 32 degrees and 403. I was off by 3 feet. Sorry.
This one whistled into the corner. By the way, that home run, the Statcast AI powered by AWS, and Sano wastes little time getting a double on the first pitch he sees here in the second inning.
Yeah, Snell didn't really have a lot of success against Archer. He jumped on that first pitch, just 1 hit and 12 at bats, and had struck out 10 times against him. But he jumped on the breaking ball right off the get-go. Continuing to swing a hot bat since his return, 14th double of the year. See if the Twins can come back and get that run back, if not add more.
Max Kepler at the plate. Pulled foul. When you see Sano swing the bat the way he's swinging it now, you understand what the Twins missed in the first half of the year. Big, potent bat in the middle of the lineup, high slugging percentage. And
I think the sending him down to Fort Myers where it was hot and humid helped him. Got a little wake-up call.
Kepler tries to bunt up the third baseline, and instead of foul pop into the seats.
Well, these are situations here that we saw Kepler in Detroit a couple times in this situation. Leadoff double, not get that runner over to third. Now Kepler hit a home run against Archer back on July 14th. A solo home run.
2 strikes. Down and in. Doug Eddings doing a little groundskeeping. Forsythe on deck. Kepler trying to at least get Sano up 90 feet. Drifts outside.
Max a couple hits in last night's ball game.
That'll work. It'll be an out, but Sano moves up. Nice job by Kepler with 2 strikes.
And that should get high fives from a lot of guys on the bench right there. See Jeff Pickler right there on the bench clapping. He did his job. It's a productive out right there.
Get him over, now get him in, and that'll be Forsythe's job. Forsythe with 15 hits and 41 at bats since the trade.
He took a rare offer in last night's ball game.
Pirates bring the infield halfway in. Pitches up, ball 1.
Yeah, it was a quicker runner at third base. They'd probably bring it in, maybe in on the grass, but with Sano at third, they can stay back a bit. The ball is hit sharply to him.
Although I'll say this, no one's going to confuse him with Byron Buxton, but the weight loss, we've noticed better speed on the bases, getting down the line to first. So the weight loss and the better conditioning, the strengthening of the legs has made him a better base runner too.
And if I'm Cervelli, I don't want that monster coming in and sliding me and knocking me into the Twins dugout either.
1-1 to Forsythe. 1-2.
Fastball up and in. We were told early this morning Miguel Sano is down by the river, down by the Mississippi, doing a little running. So really taking care of himself now. So that wake-up call has helped.
Pop-up chased by Bell, and he can't get there, sliding on the warning track. Forsythe battling here, and He'll try to do with 2 strikes what Kepler did. Still have a productive at bat. Make an out maybe. Might still get the run in.
Yeah, good effort right here by Bell. Sliding right there. Doesn't want to get too close to that camera well.
Doesn't want to get too close to Kevin Gore.
No, I don't blame him.
One and 2 to Forsythe. And Cervelli with a nice block.
Good take right there by Forsythe.
Archer's yet to strike anyone out. He's in a situation where he'd like to pick up a strikeout here of Forsythe.
He's a guy, too, that's always been a strikeout pitcher throughout his career. More strikeouts to innings pitched.
Base hit right field. And Forsythe with a great at bat and an RBI. His 16th hit since coming to the Twins.
Yeah, Archer left a fastball up and away, and Forsythe, which we've seen him do, take that ball to right field. So Forsythe picking up his 4th RBI in a Twins uniform. Thigh high away, doesn't try to pull it. Hit it sharply through the drawn-in infield. So the game is tied at 1 apiece.
And now Jake Cave.
Again, credit Kepler on advancing Sano to pick up the ribby.
And in each case, Kepler and Forsythe getting the job done with 2 strikes. Cave lifts it foul.
Now Cave got a big 2-out hit in that 3-run 4th inning in last night's ball game. Gave the Twins a 3-2 lead. The Twins ended up winning and beating the Pirates 5-2 thanks to Miguel Sano's 2-run home run in the 8th.
1 strike to Cave.
You know, one more thing about Sano's home run last night, the 2-run home run. Remember, it was a 3-2 ball game, and Hildenberger was coming in, and that really relaxes a potential save opportunity when you go out there with a 3-run lead rather than a 1-run lead. That was a big 2-run home run last night.
Now 2 strikes to Cave. Punch to left center field. It's down for a hit. And Forsythe advances to second base. So 3 hits for the Twins here in the 2nd inning.
Cave continues to have good quality at bats. That ball looked like it was tailing away from him. He just stuck the bat out there, hit it softly in the left center. So take a look at the pitch. Cervelli wants it down and away. That's a good pitch. Cave just softly hits it in front of Dickerson.
Now Adrianza trying to keep the line moving here. Much better right-handed batter than left, but he'll have a chance here with 2 men aboard and only 1 out.
That first trip to the mound. This is Cervelli. Doug Eddings out there to see what they're talking about. You want me to add anything? Nope. Guess not. You know, sometimes during a ball game when an umpire does come out, you do have a little conversation with them.
Right.
And usually try to stay positive.
I'm positive you're a terrible umpire. Something like that? Is that what you mean?
Well, there was positive in there.
I'm positive that 3-2 pitch was a strike.
Positive you're blind.
1-0. And now a ball, 2-0. Well, Archer struggling a little bit here in the 2nd inning. It started with Sano's first pitch double.
Adrianza has 4 home runs, all as a left-handed hitter.
As I said, he's been a better right-handed batter. I meant in terms of batting average.
Right.
Hitting .290, just .228 from this side. But you're right, the power has been pretty evident from this side of the plate.
That last pitch, pretty nasty slider right there by Archer.
And at the knees, 2-2.
Archer making his 20th start overall, his third with the Pirates. 3 wins, 5 losses with the Rays. And 1-0 with the Pirates in 2 starts.
Nice take and a nice block by Cervelli. Now it's a full count. Three and 2. Left-handed batter up there, probably contributing to the fact that the Twins won't send the runners here, but we'll see. Cervelli would have a clean shot at throwing out Forsythe at third if Adrianza struck out. Fouled away. Archer's pitch count climbing.
He needed only 9 pitches in the first inning. This will be pitch number 22 here in the second.
Jeez. Never cease to amaze me.
California math, I'm telling you.
Breaking ball gets a swing and a miss, 2 down.
And Archer picks up his first strikeout.
Bring up Bobby Wilson.
That ball just kind of spun right there. He wants it down, but you can see it just kind of spun. And Adrianza just swung through it. A high pitch.
The hitters that I've worked with, Justin Morneau, Torrey Hunter, talk about how that's the toughest pitch to hit because a hitter sees the spin and you expect a bigger break, and it just kind of rolls up there. Bobby Wilson takes a fastball for a strike. A couple of years ago, Wilson spent some time catching Archer for the Tampa Bay Rays.
Yeah, back in 2015.
Softly to right field, and it's down for a hit. Forsythe around third. He will score, and the Twins take a 2-1 lead. 4th hit of the inning. And a little flare off the end of Wilson's bat puts the Twins in front.
Well, ball left up, and Wilson just kind of reaches out off the end of the bat, hits it softly into short right field. He picks up his 15th run batted in. Slider. He kind of reached out there and just said, you know, I'm going to poke it into right field. Forsythe scores. Cave stopping at third.
Now a trip to the mound. Ray Searage, the pitching coach. Second mound visit this inning.
Yeah, for Bobby Wilson, that's his 22nd hit for the Twins this year and his 15th run batted in. So he's making the most out of his hits.
And I think the point should be made. It's a good one, but only 1 home run. So it's not like Chris Jimenez would hit a lot of home runs to drive in his runs, but Wilson's done most of his damage with a single here, occasional double.
Well, Brios, you know, the unearned run in the top of the inning, and the Twins have put 1 run ahead right now. By the way, that unearned run off of Barrios, that's the first unearned run he's allowed this year.
Here is Mauer.
Defense has played very well behind him.
Twins might not be done yet in the 2nd inning. Missing ball 1.
Remember, it's the 4th inning in last night's ball game. Twins got 5 hits, 3 runs. They have 4 hits and 2 runs so far.
And a strike, 1-1. Mauer hit a smash against the mound and then to the shortstop Echeverria. Be retired on a ground ball in the first. Trying to get that runner in from third. Now with 2 outs. Outside, 2-1. Talked about the Twins' home record, 10 games above 500. If they had played 500 on the road, and that's the goal. You want to play 500 on the road and fatten up at home. If they'd done that, Twins would only be 3.5 games behind Cleveland. Mauer takes ball 3 with Rosario on deck.
Yeah, with all the shifts that are put on, Jake Cave at third base, he can go about a third of the way toward home plate. So if a ball does get away from Cervelli, that's what Eddie Rosario does. How far that third baseman's away from the bag, he can creep closer to home plate.
3-1 to Mauer. To left. Dickerson makes the catch. The Twins score 2 and leave 2 in the second inning.
Brought to you by T-Mobile, and the Oakland A's keep finding ways to win baseball games. Last night, a big home run, his 19th of the year, by Jed Lowry. And the A's have now won 4 in a row. They're 8-2 in their last 10. This coincides with Houston at the top of the division, losing 5 straight, and the AL West is down to 1 game. The Oakland A's guys, 72-48. Incidentally, in that game, Fernando Rodney did come in and play a role. He got the hold with a solid 8th inning. But how about those Oakland A's?
That is something else. They've won 4 in a row, while, as Kevin said, the Astros have lost 5 in a row.
Yeah, thank you, Kevin. Yeah, I mean, them and the Atlanta Braves. The Braves just keep winning, too. It's good for baseball.
And the Phillies, just outside ball 1. And a tough loss for Seattle, not only losing a ball game, but losing James Paxton. Got hit by a line drive in the first inning, had to come out of the ball game.
Yeah, that looked like that hurt. I saw it on replay this morning.
1-1. Sanford Health injury report. A bruised left arm. He'll miss at least 1 start. Paxton doing a great job, of course, kind of anchoring that rotation. The Mariners had put Felix Hernandez in the bullpen. It was Hernandez who came out of the pen to replace Paxton, and now it'll be Hernandez who will take his spot in the rotation at least 1 time through the rotation. 2-1 to the leadoff man here in the third, Corey Dickerson.
Want to get that leading lady right here. That's what Brios is trying to do.
There's a strike call in the outside corner.
Yeah, Dickerson did not like that.
That was the talk in the Pirate clubhouse last night. They weren't too fond of Joe West's strike zone, particularly Josh Harrison. deep to the left field corner, but it's going to turn left and go out of play. We mentioned Doug Eddings. His last start here at Target Field was when Barrios pitched here, and Barrios asked about a particular pitch, and Doug Eddings took exception to the request, and Barrios didn't make a big deal about it afterwards, but Logan Morrison did. And both teams, both the Red Sox and the Twins, were not happy with the demeanor of the home plate umpire, Doug Eddings. 2-2. Now 3-2.
Well, you know, we saw it in last night's ball game, and I think Paul Molitor touched on it today about Joe West, who's now second all-time in umpiring Major League games. But you know, when Harrison argued with him and said something, Joe West, some umpires today, I'm sorry, they would throw him out right away. But Joe West let him, you know, vent a little bit, and then finally took his mask off and said, okay, that's enough, rather than going over there and saying you're out of the ball game. It's a game of emotion, the game of baseball. Believe me, nobody wants to strike out. Nobody wants to go out there and play poorly. So you're going to have emotion, and when umpires can understand that, that's part of the game. You're here to win.
Full count to Dickerson. And another pop foul.
Dickerson having a long at bat against Barrios.
Grounded to Sano to start the ball game. Another 3-2 from Barrios.
It's the ninth pitch in this at bat.
And a fair ball into the corner. Great at bat for Dickerson. And Rosario will retrieve it and hold Dickerson to a double. Well, the Twins got a leadoff double in the second. Now the Pirates get one in the third.
Tell you what, Dickerson has been a nice addition to the Pirates, getting traded in February. Breaking ball stayed up. Came into the ball game hitting over 300. Got a chance to play every day for the Pirates last year. Made the All-Star team for the Rays. Hit 282 in 150 ball games. It's 25th double of the year. We'll see if the Pirates will try to do what the Twins were able to do, is advance Dickerson to third.
The batter's Adam Frazier. He struck out swinging his first time up. Chop to the right side, and Forsythe digs it out, flips one down, and on the play, Dickerson goes to third.
Frazier does his job, as Kepler did in the bottom of the second.
The ball was beaten into the ground, so we got a new ball being put in play. Polanco hit a ground ball off the glove of Barrios, deflecting to Sano, who was shifted. Polanco was thrown out to end the first inning.
Saw Kepler get the high fives. Frazier getting the high fives. That's a little ball right there, doing the things right to get that runner up 90 feet.
Polanco, the top RBI man on the lineup for the Pirates. And he takes down an in, blocked by Wilson.
And as a pitcher in situations like this, you need that strikeout. You need to make a pitch that maybe he keeps it in the infield, or pop it up. But you get ahead, you're thinking strikeout, but you can't do it until you get 2 strikes on him.
Popped up.
There's a pop up.
Polanco with the catch. 2 down. And now Josh Bell. If you're looking for a convenient ticket package that fits the demands of your busy schedule, the Flex Plan gives you a bank of 20 tickets to use during the season any way you choose. Go to 10 games with a friend, 20 by yourself, or 1 with 19 friends. Any combination will work. The Flex Plan gives you the flexibility to choose only the games you wish to attend, all the way up until the first pitch. You can learn more at twinsbaseball.com/flex. Not a strikeout, but a pop-up, just as good in this situation, and now he'll go after Bell. Bell hit a ground ball to Adrianza's first time up. Strike on the outside corner. Now Dickerson is taking a huge lead off of third base because Sano is 30 feet away. Remember when Archer was pitching for the Rays against the Twins, Rosario took a lead of almost halfway to home plate, about 45 feet. And Archer stepped off the rubber and chased him back to third base because there was no infielder anywhere near third base. The pitcher had to do that. And then the next day, Dozier drew a balk under similar circumstances. That's what caused the benches to clear. 1-1. Breaking ball off the plate. I would think that this, what the Twins are doing with Sano, that would be as far away from the base as I would ever want my third baseman to play with a runner at third. And the Rays had their third baseman almost where the shortstop would normally stand. Inside, and it's 3-1.
Yeah, it becomes a cat and mouse game between the runner at third and the third baseman, whoever that might be. So even right there, you know, you saw Dickerson come down about a third of the way. Sano took a couple steps toward third. Dickerson stopped. And then basically this is, if Barrios throws a wild pitch, Dickerson's already a third of the way to home plate. Be easier for him to score.
And there's Barrios.
You're not going to beat him. And Barrios pitching out of the stretch rather than the windup. Nice view right there.
On the outside corner, a full count.
Yeah, it's kind of a backdoor breaking ball there on a 3-1 pitch.
Barrios trying to pitch around the leadoff double by Dickerson.
See if they go back to that breaking ball down and in. Wilson sitting inside.
Missed outside.
Missed it again.
First walk issued by Barrios. He's hit one batter, and it'll be the next batter, Cervelli, coming to the plate, who was hit. Cervelli got smoked in the elbow area and came around to score on the error by Polanco. Strike one.
Cervelli wore a Yankee uniform for 7 seasons. In his 4th season with the Pirates. Mentioned last night, good hitting catcher.
And kind of an Iron Man too. Most teams won't have their catcher from the night before catch in a day game, but Cervelli's out there. 1 strike. Pulled foul, 2 strikes.
Cervelli, 32 years old, signed by the Yankees back in 2003 out of Venezuela.
Barrios stranded a couple of runners in the 3rd with a breaking ball to strike out Echeverria. We'll see what he goes to here. 0-2 to Cervelli.
We'll chase that breaking ball.
Did he go? No, says first base umpire Marty Foster. Up and in, and Cervelli just checked in time.
Remember, it was Duffy last night that struck out Cervelli on a good curveball. And right there, they went fastball in, and Cervelli able to hold up.
1-2.
Now you go fastball back in, or you can go that breaking ball away. Wilson sitting away. Cervelli staying off that breaking ball. So good block by Wilson.
Barrios with 56 pitches. Doug Eddings with 43. Foul by inches. Hit right off the end of the bat, and it had just enough hook on it to go foul.
You know, in that first inning, we saw Barrios's curveball that just had some bite to it. Right now, it's kind of flat. Boy, he got lucky right there. He left that breaking ball up and didn't have that bite to it.
I'm glad you said that, because I was going to say the two he threw Frazier in the first inning
Nasty.
looked unhittable
Right.
for me, but I couldn't hit anyway. I mean, everything was unhittable, but I mean, you're right. It had some late bite to it. 2-2 now to Cervelli. And now the other way, foul. And the pitch count running up for Barrios.
Yeah, 14 in the first, 20 last inning, 24 already here, trying to get the final out of the third. I like what Odorizzi did last night, though. You know, I want to compliment him after the second inning when he was struggling a little bit. Boy, he came out the third inning and he threw great after that. Retired 12 straight.
Fastball foul back. Three two-strike fouls for Cervelli.
I think Wilson just trying to get him through this inning. Maybe they have a chance to talk to him between innings, because that breaking ball a little flat. On the fastballs the last two pitches.
Fouled off a foot.
Good two-seam sinking fastball there. Cervelli's getting beat up here this afternoon.
And hit by a fastball in the elbow, now a foul off the ankle.
Two-seam fastball down and in, right off the top of the foot right there. Ouch.
Second time the trainers come out to look at Cervelli.
Just waiting long enough for the pain to subside a little bit. Try to walk it off.
Cervelli taking his helmet off, and I don't know if he's going to be able to continue or not. At least he grabbed his bat. Cervelli again dealt with some concussion-like symptoms after taking that foul ball off the bat of Buster Posey right in the grill.
Yeah, earlier this year he was put on the 7-day concussion list.
Another 2-2 to Cervelli. Breaking ball smothered by Wilson.
So he's getting underneath that breaking ball. He's not just doesn't have that sharpness right now.
Adrianza will play behind the runner, who will take off on 3-2.
I'm sure Cervelli looking fastball right here. If you could throw that breaking ball down and away, you might get him to swing.
Got him looking.
Got him looking.
And Cervelli can't believe it. And the inning ends. Another strikeout to leave two aboard. years under contract. Here's the trade. And sometimes the player to be named later is just kind of a fill-in-the-blank type player. Every once in a while there's a Michael Brantley, as was the case for the Indians years ago. And Shane Baz, who was their #1 draft pick just a year ago, now going to the Rays to complete that deal. So the Rays made a pretty good haul, in part because Archer was under control, under contract for 3 more years after this year. Fixed cost for the Pirates. They knew how much they were inheriting in terms of an obligation. They figure he can regain his status as a top of the rotation guy.
Well, I saw that something I think I saw on Twitter that Glasnow in 12 innings in relief he's struck out 20 for the Rays.
Strike 1 to Rosario. 5 for 16 in his career against Chris Archer.
Archer 29 pitches in the 2nd inning.
Foul back, 2 strikes. Twins getting 4 hits and a couple of runs in the 2nd. Inside a ball. Breaking ball, strikes out Rosario, 1 away.
Yeah, good hard slider right there, and Archer picking up the 2nd strikeout.
As many of you know, I grew up in western Minnesota, a little town called Dumont. South of there is, take a look at the breaking ball in the dirt. South of there is a smaller town called Collis, and then south of there is Graceville, Minnesota, where 68 years ago today, Tom Kelly was born. Twins manager, born in western Minnesota. His father was playing semi-pro ball out there in western Minnesota, so that's why he was born in Graceville, Minnesota. We always considered Graceville to be a suburb of Dumont.
So happy 68th birthday, Skip. Number 10, Tom Kelly.
Now you have to have gone through Dumont to understand the sarcasm there, I suppose.
You kind of call that little town poke and plum. By the time you poke your head out the window, you're plumb out of town.
Well, the sign says 100, population of 100 right now.
In Dumont?
In Dumont.
And how many you think are actually there?
There's a strike.
How old is that sign?
Whenever the last census was taken, do they still do it like every 10 years? So I would guess 2010. 1-2 to Polanco. Archer fans on it, backhanded by Harrison, and nice play to get Polanco at first. Harrison ended up halfway between 2nd and 3rd base.
Boy, he showed off that strong arm too on the run going toward 2nd base and shortstop. Harrison able to put something on that. Watch Archer right here. He slips. Ball gets by him. Harrison backhanding it, and then from short or deep up the middle makes a nice play.
Here is Sano. Got a breaking ball on the first pitch leading off the 2nd and cracked it into the double, into the left field corner for a double. Now another one over the inside corner. Hey, 95 head high to the backstop. Open in again at 97. To the 50th pitch for Archer. Half swing and a strike.
Yeah, Sano right there guessing fastball, and he threw the slider.
Doug Eddings brushing I'm guessing an insect off his sleeve. An all-purpose umpire. Tapped, foul. .49 pitches now thrown by the home plate umpire. Two and two to Sano. Very high fastball. Kepler on deck if Sano can extend the inning.
I'm going to guess Archer right here is going to throw that slider.
Sano had the dreadlocks. Archer still has them. Swung on and missed the slider. Strikes out Sano, and Archer enjoys a 1-2-3 third inning.
For this guy, Joe West, country Joe West, #2 now all time in terms of games umpire. What an honor it is for him. Now Monday night at one of his favorite local restaurants, he was at Manny's Steakhouse. They gave him a really cool menu to commemorate this week for him. And inside, guys, of course, the menu is in Braille. A little shot at Joe West and umpires everywhere. A shot of affection, though. That is one of his very favorite spots in town. Talked to him today. He said he's really honored. Plans on coming back next year. Plans on trying to beat the record. He's just over 200 games away from the record. And Bert told me a story about you. When you got traded from Pittsburgh to Minnesota, one of his good friends, fellow umpire, had a kid that worked in the clubhouse. And you can tell the story, but you did something awful to him with a garbage can.
Oh, I would never do that.
2 strikes now to Diaz.
He fit nicely in that garbage can. Joe West's been around a long time. That just shows you the dedication he has to have, the love of the game of baseball. The singing cowboy.
Gave me one of his CDs once. I don't think I ever played it, however.
I did.
Did you really?
Yeah, he gave me one. I thought it was good.
1 and 2.
It's going to be in the top 10. I don't think so.
No.
It was good. Brios needs a quick inning right here. 20 pitches in the second, 28 in the third.
2 and 2 to Diaz, who struck out swinging his first time up. And check swing foul. Yeah. First inning was easy, and to be honest with you, Barrios has kind of struggled ever since. 3 batters reached in the second, 2 of them reached in the third.
Yeah, Diaz in his 4th season with the Pirates, like Cervelli out of Venezuela.
Deep to left field, and he's just tied the game. Elias Diaz with a home run. Wasn't even in the starting lineup until about 20 minutes before game time, and now it's 2 apiece.
Boy, kind of a golf shot right there. Kind of a breaking ball that stayed inner half. And Diaz hitting his 9th home run of the year. See that curveball that Wilson wanted away, stayed in, and Diaz opened up quickly.
Harrison singled his first time up.
19th home run that Barrios has allowed.
Fastball outside. Swing and a foul. Statcast info on the home run, leaving it about 104 miles per hour. And we're tied at 2. Bobby Wilson standing at home plate. I don't know if that foul ball got him or whether it got Doug Eddings. I think it got Eddings, and Wilson just giving the umpire a little extra time. 1-1. Base hit to left. Another breaking ball hit hard. And Harrison's aboard with a single. And now Colin Moran will bat. Moran got the infield hit, and then later there was an error charged to Polanco that allowed the first Pirate run to score in the second. It was an infield hit. And Polanco made the play, but threw low to Adrianza, who couldn't dig it out.
Yeah, Sano playing pretty deep at third. See if Moran shows bunt. Nope.
Base hit to left. And Barrios, instead of having a quick inning, is really struggling here in the 4th. 3 batters faced, and all 3 have hits. We'll bring up Echeverria. Let's get caught up. Brought to you by Xfinity.
Well, Forsythe getting a base hit. That put the Twins up in the second inning with a 2-1 ball game. Wilson driving in the second run of that inning. Just saw Diaz hit a home run to tie the game. His 9th of the year. Now 2 straight singles.
Mound visit for the infield. Meanwhile, Joey Cora had words of advice, instruction for Echeverria that might have included put down a bunt. Barrios really struggling with the bottom of the Pirate lineup. Diaz with the home run. Harrison has 2 hits. Moran has 2 hits. Echeverria struck out swinging his first time up.
Echeverria has not bunted yet or sacrificed in a Pirate uniform. He did have a couple sacrifices with the Rays.
Popped up to right field. Rosario with the catch. Here's the long throw. Oh my. And it's backed up nicely by Barrios. Oh, Rosario aired it out. And thankfully Barrios was.
Well, that's your responsibility right there. Good job by Barrios backing up that play. A lot of times you'll see that pitcher kind of hang around the mound, but Barrios doing his job, getting behind Sano right there. That ball had some hang time on it, but Barrios luckily was there.
Moran probably should be standing at second base, not first base. It was clear from the point of release that that ball was overthrown. Moran might have been playing it halfway. I don't know. Ball was hit right to Rosario. But now the double play is in order with Dickerson at the plate. He's got a ground ball and a double. Another pop up. Sano chasing it. Polanco's over there, and it is Polanco with the catch, 2 down. It was a costly pop up in the 3rd inning off the bat of Polanco, Gregory Polanco, that kept Dickerson from scoring in the 3rd, and now maybe another costly pop up here in the fourth.
Yeah, it looked like Berrios went fastball in and Dickerson got underneath it and popped it up for the second out. Try to get this final out here in the fourth inning. See if we can get Adam Frazier out.
Middle of strike. Frazier with a strikeout in the first and a ground ball to second in the third. Off the plate. Berrios trying to keep this a 2-2 game. Out in front of the changeup, 1-2. And now the bench getting Wilson's attention, who will step in front of the plate, give signs in the event Moran takes off from first. One and two to Frazier. Swing. Nope. 2-2. I haven't seen left-handed batters chase that breaking ball down and in like they do many times.
Just kind of flat right now. A lot of times a good tilt, but that ball is inside.
Now 3-2 with Polanco on deck.
Yeah, he's just inconsistent with that breaking ball here this afternoon.
Few of them have been hit, but very few have been swung on and missed.
Well, Frazier swung on and missed in that first inning. A couple real good breaking balls. See if they go 3-2 breaking ball here, like they did to Cervelli.
Pounded foul.
He did, but he left it up.
Pass along birthday wishes to Megan Morse, celebrating her, well, it's none of your business how many birthdays she's celebrating today, but the wife of Dustin Morse, the better half of the Morse family.
Like 90% better half.
Dustin Morse, the media relations director for the Twins.
Oh, nice grab by the fan.
And the pitch count continues to climb for Berrios.
Caught it, and then he very generously gave it to the young man behind him. Very nice.
Another 3-2. Moran will take off again from first. Walked them. They're loaded up.
Try to change up right there. Second walk for Berrios.
And now Polanco with the bases loaded. It was Polanco who hit the pop-up with Dickerson at third and one out. There's Garvin Alston to try to give Berrios a little bit of a breather.
This guys in the bullpen starting to move around a little bit. Don't know if a phone call was made down there. Looked like Eddie Guardado going to let somebody know to start getting loose. Was not very sharp in his last start in Cleveland. And he's kind of fighting it here this afternoon. Berrios making his 64th major league start. He has 28 wins, 23 losses, a couple complete games this year, one shutout.
Berríos started the day with 150 innings. He pitched 185 between Rochester and the big league club last year. Oliver Drake getting loose. The batter will be Gregory Polanco with the bases loaded and 2 down.
Both pitchers here this afternoon throwing a lot more pitches than we usually see them when they're on. Berríos and Archer.
Missing inside, and as was the case with Odorizzi last night, there's been a lot of foul balls off of Berríos' offerings here this afternoon. There's a strike called, and Polanco hops out of the batter's box. Cervelli.
Yeah, Eddings hearing it from the dugout over there. Lynn Hurdle saying something to him.
Doug Eddings said no more.
Let's take a look to see what the box says. Polanco had the right to jump up.
Replay brought to you by Dodge. 1-1 to Polanco. Out in front. The tailing fastball. 1-2. Berríos stranded 2 in the second, 2 in the third. Now trying to strand 3 here in the fourth.
As a pitcher here in this situation, you're going to find that little extra. And what's that 1-2 pitch going to be? Hard breaking ball. You got to really make this thing bite or throw that fastball again. See what Wilson wants.
Stroke to right. Solid single. Harrison will score. Moran's being waved around with Rosario overthrowing the ball, or overrunning the ball. And it'll be the second Twins error, but a big 2-out, 2-run single for Polanco.
It went back to a fastball, but at 94, but pretty straight. And Polanco picking up a big hit for the Pirates. So they stayed with the fastball. And you can see too much of the plate right there. Rosario came in, tipped off his glove, got behind him, and that allowed the second runner to score.
That's going to be the end of the day for Berríos. He kept the damage to a minimum in the second and the third, but this is the third straight inning where he struggled. And you're right, he could have used a quick inning somewheres in there, but it's just the cumulative effect of all the pitches thrown under duress in innings 2, 3, and now 4, and he's out of the ball game with the Pirates up by a pair. Oliver Drake will pitch next for the Twins. MLB At Bat is your #1 Twins app. Can customize your experience to catch every moment this season. Get Twins home screen icons and features such as the MLB.TV Game of the Day, pitch tracking, in-game highlights, live radio broadcasts, stats, news, and more. Download MLB At Bat today. Oliver Drake's had some good outings since being brought over by the Twins.
Yeah, Drake making his third appearance for the Twins. 3 innings so far, no hits allowed, a walk, a couple strikeouts. And the story for Oliver Drake, he's pitched for 5 different teams this year. Started with the Brewers, for the Indians, Angels, Blue Jays, and now in a Twins uniform. Claimed off waivers from the Toronto Blue Jays back on August 3rd.
And a big out to get, with 2 runners in scoring position as a result of the Rosario error. And Bell will bat.
Oliver Drake, what we've seen, a good fastball. He's got a nasty split finger. Also throws a slider.
3 hitless innings in 2 appearances. High blast to left center field. Cave is there. And 1 pitch cleans up the 4th inning, but the Pirates score 3 to take a 4-2 lead.
Yes, we were. 1979.
I've got all my sisters with me. That was you in a Pirate uniform.
Yeah, that was the game in Cincinnati, and that might be a Pittsburgh right there. This is the final out to get us to the World Series. In 1979, complete game victory in Game 3 of that playoff against the Cincinnati Reds, and very proudly wearing my Pirate ring.
Now, of course, you got into the World Series there. Now you're wearing the Pirate ring. You took it out of the safety deposit box and whatever. You had that moment pitching your team into the World Series. But your greatest Twins moment, I'm wondering, asking, getting the final out as you did, striking out Frank White in the final home game of 1987. It just clinched a tie for the division title. But I'm wondering whether that stands as your greatest Twins moment because of what happened afterwards.
Well, I think anytime pitching in the World Series is one of your great moments, but that was a game that, you know, Kansas City was making a run at us, and I was supposed to pitch the following day. TK asked if, you know, me to pitch Sunday, which, hey, give me the ball. I was like Juan Berenguer, you know.
Joe Negro was supposed to start on that Sunday, and they just flip-flopped him because the Royals had won Friday night handily, Saturday night handily.
I'll tell you what, the first inning made that ball game, you know, with the double play of Gaetti to Newman to Laudner. You know, when that runners at first and third, and George Brett hit that ball sharply to Gaetti, and I assumed it was going to be a, you know, try to get a double play. There was, you know, nobody out. I was already in trouble, and then they turned that. It was unbelievable.
3-2 to Kepler, and off the end of the bat foul.
Every time I see Newmy, Al Newman, I say thank you.
Wasn't just any runner. That was Willie Wilson coming in from third base.
Well, you know what? Well, Willie Wilson was anticipating a double play throw to first base, and he kind of slowed down. And then all of a sudden, boom, Newman threw a perfect strike to Laudner, and all Lodz had to do was just lay down and tag him, which Lodz does a lot.
Then
lay down.
Puckett, Gaetti, and Herbeck hit home runs and knocked Charlie Leibrandt out in the bottom of the inning.
Yeah.
Off the end of the bat. It's going to be a long run for Frazier, but he gets there 1-1. But I mean, what a great thrill it must be. Jack Morris, as great a game as he pitched in Game 7, he was in the dugout. He wasn't on the mound getting the last out of a clinching playoff series. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you were on the mound, you struck the guy out, and everybody went nuts.
Yeah, but to me, I'm sorry, Jack Morris, that is the best game ever pitched in Game 7.
Absolutely.
That's the ultimate. That's your backyard playing catch with your pops or against some fence somewhere, anticipating, thinking that moment, and Jack was able to accomplish it.
Forsythe takes a strike.
But being part of 2 World Series teams, very, very fortunate. There are a lot of great players that never had the chance to even play in a World Series or have a chance, you know, to wear a ring. So pretty proud of that.
I remember listening to an interview with Cal Ripken, who in his second year his Oriole team went to and won the World Series in 1983, Rookie of the Year in '82, and he said, well, you know, this is great. We get to do this every year, and he never got back to the World Series.
I think of Tony Oliva, you know, Rod Carew, never getting a World Series ring.
American League Championship ring in Tony's case in 1965. 2-1 to Forsythe. Twins down a couple of runs here, trying to get something regenerated against Chris Archer. What they've done against him, they did in 1 inning. Here's a ball down the left field line, and it's deep to the corner, and it's going to drop, just foul. About a 1.5 foot foul on the warning track.
Yeah, Forsythe kind of knew it too as it left the bat, because he kind of stopped about halfway. They're hoping that ball stays fair, but maybe a foot or two. And it bounces into the crowd. Archer saying, go foul, go foul. Who does he think he is? Carlton Fisk?
2-2. Foul back. One-handed catch in the press box by Phil Miller of the Star Tribune.
And he gives it to a young man down there with a glove. Very nice. Good going, Phil.
Another 2-2 to Forsythe. Singleton scored his first time up. And now ball 3. Cave on deck. And Forsythe swings and misses. 2 down.
Yeah, slider right there, and Archer has struck out 3 of the last 5 batters he's faced now with 4 strikeouts in a ball game.
And he's retired 6 men in a row.
So he went to the slider, little cutter.
Cave singled in the second inning when the Twins got all 4 of their hits. On the outside corner. Fouled. 0-2.
And Archer made the All-Star team a couple times in his career. Never really had one winning season. Excuse me, 2 winning seasons with the Rays. Always a good ERA, but
the ERA's come up from his first couple of years, and some people think, well, the stuff is still there. We've seen 97 miles per hour. A couple of good breaking balls. Change up that he doesn't use too often. That might be just nothing more than pitch sequencing.
One thing that he does, he's able to pitch 200+ innings if he's healthy. He spent about a month on a disabled list with that ab strain earlier this year, but all in all, if he's healthy, he'll give you 200+ innings.
1-2 to Cave. Dribbled to the right side. Harrison has an easy play, scooping and firing another 1-2-3 inning for Chris Archer. Pepsi fans of the game enjoying a gorgeous afternoon here at Target Field. Hoping the Twins can turn this game around and make it a 2-game sweep. And it'll be Oliver Drake pitching to Francisco Cervelli to start the Pirate 5th inning. Remember, I was here when they broke ground for this ballpark, and it was kind of hard for me. I don't have the greatest imagination in the world, at least when it comes to architecture and things like that. And I couldn't imagine this ballpark being here for the groundbreaking. But I imagined weather like this and summer afternoons like this, and it's just gorgeous and a pleasure to be here bringing you Twins baseball.
I still have the shovel that they.
I do too.
Yep.
Fly ball right field, and Rosario doesn't have to stare up into the fiberglass panels of the Metrodome.
Hey, that Metrodome for 28 years brought 2 World Series teams over there.
1 down, and that'll bring up Diaz. I did something while the ballpark was being built. They would regularly have tours bringing the players over here to the ballpark as it was being built, and I was in a group once that included Denard Span, and we walked out to the center field wall. Of course, Denard played center for the Twins. And I said, yeah, can you believe it? They're not going to pad this wall. It's going to be concrete. And he thought for a moment that I was serious. It wasn't very nice of me to do that, but
that's you.
1 strike to Diaz, and now 2 strikes.
I remember when there was nothing here. You know, you walk over, because I have a place not too far from here. You walk over and you look at this property here, and you go, how are they going to put a stadium in this place?
When the bill was passed and then we knew we were going to get a new ballpark here, Roy Smalley and I did a pregame segment here where I hit him the first ground ball in the parking lot. And he fielded it. He fielded it cleanly. Okay, yeah.
It's not like Roy.
1-2 to Diaz. And a home run to tie the game last inning, and then the Pirates went on to score 2 more runs.
Just kidding, Roy.
Blocked by Wilson. 2-2. Pitch number 62 for home plate umpire Doug Edens.
Yeah, Oliver Drake, 31 years old. Originally signed by the Orioles, the Naval Academy back in 2008.
Two and two. Pitches up.
We're talking to Oliver Drake. I said, where'd you come up with that windup? It's not really a windup. He works kind of out of the stretch position. He'll kind of take the sign, you know, like you would in a stretch position, and then that left leg, he'll even move it closer toward home plate once he gets the sign. Picks up that foot. Almost a stiff leg.
And a walk. It's been one of the issues for Drake and one of the reasons he's bounced around more than he would like. 8 walks in 12 2/3 innings for the National League teams. Stretch it out on the grass at Target Field. Yoga Night is presented by United Healthcare, coming up Wednesday, September 5th. Participants will receive a Twins branded yoga mat, Twins game tickets, and an on-field yoga class. You can reserve your spot today at twinsbaseball.com/yoga.
Yeah, when Drake came to the Twins, 117 major league innings, 51 walks, but also 129 strikeouts.
Pitches up again.
He's got a nasty split finger. He'll set that split finger in his hand over by his side, and if he decides that, he'll bring it up to the glove.
10 pitches, 4 strikes for Drake. Fouled back. Left hand hitting Moran is on deck. Moya warming up probably for him.
See him how he grips that split finger. And looking for the sign from Wilson, and if it's a different pitch, he'll change that in his glove to a different grip.
Beautiful bunt. Drake fires, safe at first. Bunt single for Harrison, rolling it about 30 feet from home plate. First and second, one down.
Well, Drake couldn't have made a better play on it. He barehanded it, threw it as quick as he could over to Adrianza. Yeah, what a good bunt right there.
Twins are looking at it, but they are going to challenge it. The Twins are going to challenge the safe call at first.
Take a look right here.
So let's see. Ooh. I don't know that there's going to be clear-cut evidence that Adrianza had the ball in the back of his glove. Taking another look here. Maybe right before the foot came down. Ball's in the glove right there, and the foot has marginally not touched the base.
Well, you wonder, do they take into account the rubber spikes that these guys wear that are probably an inch, maybe 2 inches? There you can see, yeah. Well, it's like metal spikes. Don't see that too often. Most of the guys are using rubber spikes. Right there, and the compression of the bag.
Yeah. Twins have a chance here getting this reversed, I would think.
Are the spikes on there? It's part of the shoe before the impact.
And Drake will get some warm-up tosses here as the verdict has been reached. Safe at first. So the Twins lose the challenge here in the 5th inning.
Well, 3rd hit for Harrison in the ball game.
First and second, one down, and now Moran will bat. And Moya was warmed up, but he won't be brought in here to face Moran. First pitch strike.
Split finger right there. Gets over. Moran's hit into 5 double plays, if you're thinking that.
One strike from Drake. Off the plate. Ooh,
watch out.
Right over the right shoulder of Echeverria. 1-2. See how close Echeverria is, and he's right near the designated on deck circle. Seen some hitters, Miguel Sano among them, kind of fudge their way almost directly behind home plate. That was close.
Good pitch.
Strikeout for out number 2.
Good split finger right there for the second out. Drake picking up his first strikeout.
And now
they got a head in the count. Got a head in the count right here. Then that nasty splitter. You see the drop on that.
Echeverria with a strikeout and a fly ball to right. Over for a strike. Fouled away, and now 2 strikes. Man, the press box is getting peppered. 0-2. Drake trying to leave a couple more runners aboard. The Pirates leading 4-2, but they left 2 men on in the second, 2 men on in the third, 2 in the fourth. Now Drake trying to leave 2 on here in the fifth. All they've done this inning is draw a walk and lay down a bunt single. Missing inside 1-2. Catcher sitting next to the pitcher.
I like that. Go over the lineup. Who's going to hit first? How do you want to try to get him out? Communication. Pitcher catcher.
1-2. Did he go? Marty Foster said no. 2-2.
Did Echeverria go too far? He held up.
That's a check.
I got a call right here. Another strikeout.
Okay.
He's going to throw that nasty splitter. Got it.
Ta-da!
Da-da-da. Give me 5 numbers.
America's Studio Sports Update. Let's go back in time 7 years for a big-time Minnesota milestone. On this date in 2011, Jim Thome hit his 600th Major League home run. It came off Dan Schlereth at Comerica Park against the Tigers. He hit .599 in inning before, one of just 9 Major Leaguers with 600 or more.
Yeah, what a great moment right there. We talked earlier about, Tom Kelly, being 68 years old today. Jennifer Lawrence has a birthday today. Ben Affleck. How'd they get here?
Special guest of the Twins, I guess. Adrianza takes down and in a ball. Ringo asked to join the Beatles, and thank goodness he said yes. 56 years ago.
How about that, huh?
2-0 to Adrianza. Fouled away. Seems like longer ago than 7 years ago, doesn't it, for Thome, though, to have hit number 600? To me, it does. I thought it was nice that Jim included his time in Minnesota during his Hall of Fame speech. Talking about the endless blue sky in Minneapolis, and that's kind of what we got going here today. Gorgeous day for baseball.
Well, he'll be here later this month.
Yep.
Will he not?
Yep.
They're honoring him here in Minnesota.
This Saturday, Jack Morris will be honored for his Hall of Fame induction, and then the Saturday after that, Jim Thome will be here. 3-1 to Adrianza. Takes a strike, 3-2. I don't know whether the Twins have made arrangements for his daughter to sing the national anthem, but what a great job she did in Cooperstown.
Yes, she did.
Full count to Adrianza. He'll be followed by Wilson. Pass foul.
Yeah, Adrianza struck out in his first at bat against Archer, who has 4 strikeouts in a ball game. He's now walked a batter. All the hits he's given up came in the second inning.
Swing and a miss. Adrianza, strikeout victim. Second time through the order, and Archer's retired all 8 batters. Twins fans, if you can't catch the games on TV, stream them live on your mobile device with Fox Sports Go. You can download the app and take Fox Sports North and Twins baseball wherever you go.
Yeah, Twins have not figured out Archer. This is his 10th career start against the Twins. He's 6-1 lifetime with a 1.96 ERA coming into this ball game. And he's 4-0 here with an ERA even better at 1.48 here at Target Field in 5 starts.
So now that he's in the National League, we hope he stays there, stays with Pittsburgh. We won't be due to face the National League Central and Interleague play again for a few years. Check swing, 1-1.
Oh, Wilson was the last guy to get a hit off of Archer. That came in the second inning. RBI single to right field. Drove in a run. Made it a 2-1 ball game at that time.
And now 1-2. Out in front of the off-speed pitch. Archer spins around the mound after his second straight strikeout.
He's got that strikeout pitch working now.
Bring up Mauer, a ground ball to short and a fly ball to left.
The last 9 batters, he has struck out 5 of them, and you see Archer a couple times slipping as he releases that ball toward home plate. Archer making his 180th start here this afternoon. He has 55 wins, 68 losses. ERA very good at 3.70.
Strike on the outside corner.
He has 3 complete games in his career, all of them shutouts.
Said hi to him a couple times. Haven't been involved in any lengthy discussions with him, but he's got to be thrilled to call PNC Park, his home ballpark, compared to what was his home ballpark, Tropicana Field. Getting out of a dark, musty closet, and playing in a beautiful ballpark. 0-2 to Mauer.
Did he go? They called Joe out.
There was no right hand raised by Doug Eddings, and everybody was, pitcher and catcher were going to the dugout, but Doug Eddings said no, that was a ball. Talk about showing up an umpire.
Maybe Cervelli heard something. He dropped the ball right there. Did he tag Joe Mauer?
He did. One and two. The at bat, the inning, still alive. And now 2-2. Rosario hoping for a chance here in the 5th inning. And now 3-2.
Half of his strikeouts came on a 3-2 breaking ball. See if he goes with that breaking ball to Joe Mauer. He did on Adrianza to strike him out. Also Wilson. The slider. They went with a fastball. Struck out the side.
And it's another 1-2-3 inning for Chris Archer. And the Pirates have a 4-2 lead. Having completed the 5th inning. Yeah, congratulations to Joe West. 5,164 major league games. Only Bill Clem has umpired more. And the other 3 umpires on the crew acknowledging it. Doug Eddings.
Well, it's nice here at Target Field that they do this for Joe West. Again, congratulations all around to Joe West. That wasn't his son, was it? The guy in the
I don't know who they were.
guy had a gray beard. That means that Joe's been around a long time.
When your son has a gray beard. Gabriel Moya will come out of the pen. Nice work for Oliver Drake as he pitched an inning and a third, gave up a walk and a bunt single, but stranded a couple inherited runners in the 4th, 2 of his own in the 5th. And now Moya will pitch here in the 6th.
Yeah, Moya making his 16th relief appearance, 17 in the 3rd innings, 15 hits allowed, only 5 walks, 17 strikeouts. And opponents hitting only .227 off the lefty.
Corey Dickerson will bat. Paul Molitor allowing Drake to pitch to Moran, a left-handed batter, with Moya warmed up. And it worked out fine because both Moran and Echeverria struck out. Now Moya can start fresh with the bases empty. Up and in, ball one.
Bullpen did a great job yesterday after Jake Odorizzi left in the 6th inning. Tyler Duffy, Rogers, McGill, and then Hildenberger picked up the save. Total of 3 1/3 innings, only allowed 3 hits, no runs, 1 walk, and 3 strikeouts.
Swung on and missed. Twins bullpen in some spots a little short on experience. Moya and Drake, even McGill, but they got a lot of different looks out there. Moya with his herky-jerky delivery, Drake straight over the top. Swung on and a foul. Hildenberger doing his thing, kind of a sidearm, low 3/4 guy.
Moya, the youngest Twin of all, just 23 years old, gives you that speed up delivery, and then got a very good changeup, which was the last pitch to Dickerson, and he fouled off. They're mixing a slurve, hard breaking ball, and then the fastball.
Fouled back. Not the another kid with a cap caught the ball. That wasn't the same guy as last night, I hope. Same spot. Give the young guy a Golden Hat Award, Golden Cap Award, 1 and 2. And another foul. Pirates head home. They've had a long road trip, 10 days, 9 games. Had an off day Monday here in the Twin Cities. Big pop up, another foul ball into the seats. We talked about it last night when the Twins were in Pittsburgh for the 2 games. It was early April and very cold weather, and the second game was played, good part of it was played with snow in the air. One and 2 to Dickerson. Another foul ball. It'll be Dickerson, Frazier, and Polanco here in the 6th. If Dickerson's at-bat ever ends.
Pitch number 8 in this at-bat.
4 2-strike fouls.
Wilson sitting inside.
5 2-strike fouls.
Moya, of course, coming over from the Arizona Diamondbacks, coming in July of last year. John Ryan Murphy trade. Came up in September, made 7 relief appearances with the Twins, up and down this year.
And another foul. Ball girl made a nice play that time. I beg your pardon. Moya's thrown just about everything up there, and Dickerson's gotten a piece of every offering.
Just throw him a fastball away at a ground ball.
Breaking ball,
Tried the
2-2.
breaking ball. Had an at-bat like this one time. I think it was Cliff Johnson with the Seattle Mariners.
You were the pitcher, not the batter.
I was the pitcher, yeah. I usually three him out.
Polanco can't quite pick it up. And it's a looping single after a marathon at bat for Corey Dickerson in second hit.
Remember, I had thrown about 15 pitches of Cliff Johnson. He fouled out everything. And Don McMahon was my pitching coach. We were working on a slider between starts. I'd never thrown a slider. And so I looked in, and Don McMahon was getting my attention. He said, throw him the slider. Chris Banda was my catcher. I was with Cleveland. And I threw him a slider, and he hit it about 400 feet for a home run.
How many sliders did you throw after that?
That was the only slider I ever threw to a right-hander. I learned very quickly.
Here is Frazier with a runner at first and nobody out.
That was a good battle right there by Dickerson. He kept fouling off pitches. Finally picked up his second hit, a little flare into left field.
High fly to center. Kepler coming in a few steps for the first out.
Why is it you throw 10 pitches to one guy, and then next pitch the guy jumps on first pitch, makes an out?
With the Minnesota Lottery, every day is game day. Today's Minnesota Lottery winner's circle features Tim, who won $100 in scratch tickets. Are you up for fun? Say I'm in. It's motorcycle. Do you ever have a motorcycle?
Yes, had a Harley.
For how long and how many miles did you drive?
4 or 5 years.
Okay.
I don't know mileage. I rode it.
What, to the ballpark and back every day?
Yeah.
Did you really?
In Anaheim. How about you? Getting a bike or something?
No, I had one when I was in college. Now you had a Harley. I had a Suzuki 250.
Well, I had a little Vispa 50 when I was growing up to do my paper route. It was my brother's. I stole it every morning when I had to get up at 5 o'clock to deliver to the register. Now, talking about bikes, the guy to our right, Dan Gladden, just came back from Sturgis.
So we're always glad to see him afterwards and make sure that he got through it okay.
Had a great time, he said.
2-0 to Polanco. Sano crossing the line will get there. Nice play by Sano, who ends up in the Pirate dugout. Hey, he's got some ups. He took a big leap into the dugout. Nice play by the Twins' third baseman. Now, having gone into the dugout, the runner advances, but his momentum was such that probably a good thing he didn't hit the railing. I'm not sure.
You know what? This is a great play right there. Makes the out. His momentum. You can see looking, trying to hold on to something, and then leaps in the dugout. Anybody in there give him high five?
So 2 down, a runner now at second, and here's Josh Bell.
Bell hitting right-handed for the first time in this series, where he's hitting .292.
Fly ball center field. Kepler comes in. Pirates have a 4-2 lead, but they've left 9 men on in the last 5 innings.
Good job by Moya right there.
Twins baseball on Fox Sports North is presented by Chevrolet, the #1 selling brand in the Twin Cities. By Grand Casino, the best stories start here. And by Wisconsin Dells, the water park capital of the world. And a little inside terminology here. We call that television a beauty shot. Appropriately named. What a gorgeous day at a gorgeous ballpark. Game's still very winnable for the Twins, but they got to find a way to do something against either Archer, who might have maybe just one more inning left, or the Pirate bullpen, because the Pirates have a 4-2 lead, but they've had opportunities to do a lot more damage. Here's Rosario leading off the 6th.
Oh, that pitch count up there for Archer. He's had 6 full counts overall.
That ends a string of 10 straight batters retired. Now the ball fumbled, and Rosario's going to try for second, and he will reach. More aggressive base running by Eddie Rosario.
Oh, it looked like Frazier had a little trouble getting that ball right there, and Rosario out of the batter's box. It's a flare, but you see him hustling down that line. And then as he rounds first, he sees that the little bobble right there, advances to second base. Should be a base hit and an error. And they do give Rosario a base hit and an error by Frazier out in center field.
Polanco the batter, a fly ball to center and a ground ball to second. Strike one.
I said Archer's had 6 full counts overall already in this ball game, and out of the last 8 batters, 5 full counts. Now with Rosario jumping on that first pitch for the base hit.
Retired 10 straight, 6 via a strikeout. Polanco trying to have a productive at bat with Sano on deck. Strike 2. Striking out the side in the 5th, and that's impressive in its own right. Striking out Forsythe for the second out of the 4th, but this is one of those situations you had the ability, Archer certainly does too, to get the strikeout in a key spot. And he's got Polanco behind in the count, 0-2.
You just want to make contact here if you're Polanco. Try to advance Rosario.
Hacked foul. Little wind blowing out to the plaza in right field. And we've seen Polanco the ability to hit the ball over the fence. Edgar Santana warming up as we speak. Way outside and high. 1-2.
First 2 starts for Archer for the Pirates. It came against the Cardinals. His first one, he went 4 1/3 innings, got a no decision, and then his last time out in Colorado, pitched 5 innings, gave up a couple runs, ended up getting the win.
One away again. 2-2.
So a lot of pitches for Archer. His last outing and again in Colorado, 98 pitches in 5 innings. This will be pitch number 96 coming toward Polanco. Trying to get the first out here in the 6th inning. Show Clint Hurdle right there. Tom Prince, former Twin, the bullpen coach for Clint Hurdle. Good at bat.
Base hit right field. Rosario around third. He's coming in. Throw to the plate, not in time. And it's a 4-3 ball game. Polanco driving in another run with a single to right.
Like a changeup that stayed up, and Polanco found that hole between first and second. Rosario scores, makes it a 4-3. Now it's a sinker, and a good at bat by Polanco. He's trying to advance the runner. He gets credited not only for the base hit, but also the RBI, his 16th of the year.
Well, Archer goes 5 innings. Clint Hurdle coming out here. And Archer sailing into the 6th, but he gave up a couple of hits to the first 2 batters of the 6th inning. And Santana will come in what is now a 1-run ball game. In the outfield. It's a 1-run ball game. And now Santana will come in to face Miguel Sano.
And Santana making his 56th relief appearance. He's worked 53 1/3 innings. He's walked only 9, one of those intentional, with 48 strikeouts.
Big swing with Sano intending to put the Twins in front. 1 strike.
Santana's scouting report: fastball, 4-seam, 2-seam fastball. That last pitch, the hard slider, and a changeup. The Dominican Republic in his 2nd season with the Pirates.
And he drops one over for strike 2. Twins have had some productive at-bats with 2 strikes today. Polanco just got a single to drive in a run with 2 strikes. Now 0-2 to Sano. 3 pitches and Sano's gone, 1 away.
Looked like 3 sliders too. And Santana comes in, picks up a strikeout. Take a look at the pitches.
Kepler with a ground ball to first and a fly ball to center.
Polanco at first base gets a throw over. He's got 4 stolen bases in 6 attempts. I think that's one area that the Twins hope to improve on next year, is base running, base stealing.
I'll be curious if they don't try to improve on it later this year. Teams out of the race, and sometimes you need to fail before you can succeed. And individually, if you've got some speed to steal some bases, why not give it a shot now?
Well, we saw the arm of Cervelli in last night's ballgame when he threw out Kepler. Got a strong arm behind the plate. Pitcher, how quick are you home?
Big leg kick. That's down the left field line, slicing away from Dickerson. He knocks it down. Polanco to third. Now here's Kepler going to second base, and he's in with a double. 3rd hit of the inning. Kepler with an awkward slide into second, but he gets up, looks like he's fine, and the tying run now 90 feet away.
Got kind of an inside-out swing right there by Max Kepler. Ball kept slicing away from Dickerson, and he ended up getting that ball almost behind him. Watch this ball kind of slice away from Dickerson. got a piece of it, knocked it down. And then the slide by Kepler, head first slide. Gets in safely and makes sure he stays on the bag.
Forsythe with a chance to put the Twins in front at the very least. Get the game tied up. 1 down, 2 men in scoring position. Middle infield playing back. Will concede the tying run if he can hit a ground ball past the pitcher. Up and in, ball 1.
Well, Forsythe picked up an RBI in that second inning with a base hit to right field.
Swing and a miss, 1-1.
The slider.
Sano swung at 3 what he thought were going to be fastballs, and they were all sliders. Looks like that's what Forsythe just did.
Looks like Santana's got a very tight spin on that slider.
A big swing for Forsythe. Let me see if he tones it down a little bit. Check swing, 2-1.
That's it. Santana's only walked 9 in 53 in the 3rd innings coming into the ballgame. One of them intentionally, so good control. It's going to be around the plate.
Up the middle and through for a hit. It'll score 2 runs, and the Twins take the lead. He hit the ground ball. He got it by the pitcher, and it gently rolled into center field for a 2-run hit single.
Forsythe picking up his 3rd RBI of the ball game. Right up the middle. Harrison tried to knock it down, but got it by him, and that allowed Kepler to score.
No victory for Chris Archer. The Twins have the lead. They have 8 hits, 4 in 1 inning and 4 in another. They had 4 hits and 2 runs in the second. 4 hits and so far 3 runs here in the 6th, and now Jake Cave. High to left field, fairly deep. Dickerson is back. On the grass, the catch is made for out number 2. Now Adrianza. Adrianza struck out twice, both times swinging, but that was against Chris Archer. Fouled, 1 strike.
And a check swing right there.
The Twins try to move Forsythe here. Adrianza scuffling a bit at the plate.
He's got 1 stolen base for the Twins. He had a couple with the Dodgers.
Down and in, 1-1.
Forsythe not really a base stealer.
One to Adrianza. Missing inside 2-1. Inning started with a Rosario single, up to second on an error charged to Frazier. 3 more hits have followed. side, and it's 3-1. Bobby Wilson on deck.
The Twins taking a lead right there and also tying it. Barrios gets a no decision here this afternoon. 3 2/3 innings. That's the shortest start for Barrios since late April. Bullpen has done their job. Oliver Drake, now Moya.
To Bell, who goes to the bag to end the inning. But 4 hits and 3 runs score. The Twins are back in front.
Nice inning.
Now the Twins have the lead.
Well, Barrios didn't have his stuff here this afternoon. A home run by Diaz made it a 4-2 ball game, but the Twins came fighting back. We saw some errors by the Twins. And here come the Twins. Good 6th inning. 4 hits by the Twins. The biggest by Forsythe. 2-run single right up the middle. And scored Polanco and Kepler.
That ball had eyes. That was the quintessential seeing eye single. And the Twins have the lead, and now Cervelli will lead things off against Moya.
Yeah, Moya in his 2nd inning of relief.
Cervelli, Diaz, and Harrison here in the Pittsburgh 7th. Ball back. Off the plate. Wilson tried to frame it. 1-1.
Taylor Rogers getting loose in the Twins bullpen.
Tigers come to town for a 4-game series starting tomorrow night. Tigers at home trailing the White Sox in the 9th inning. There's Rogers getting loose. That's to short center and down for a hit. Cervelli has his first hit of the afternoon. And the tying runs aboard, and now Diaz. Diaz golfed a game-tying home run in the 4th. Struck out in the 2nd, walked in the 5th.
I think you mentioned it already. First 6 innings, the Pirates have left 9 men on base, so the Twin staff has done a good job of eliminating some of the potential run scoring for the Pirates.
6 of the 9 men left on base have been in scoring position. And now here is Diaz. Change up for a strike. Half swing, but he went, according to Doug Eddings. 0-2. Diaz begs to differ.
Hit a ground ball right here.
One and two. Fastball's high. Now it's 2-2. I want to remind fans about the game will be played here Monday night against the White Sox. One of the snowed out games back in April. We made up Monday.
A 6-10 game on Monday night.
Could be here, or we'll have it on TV for you. Chop foul. And then the Twins go to Chicago to play the White Sox. 2 games in about 30 hours. Now, will we be on the same plane with the White Sox, do you think? 2-2 to Elias Diaz. Three and two. Cervelli with a single to start the inning. Doubt that he'll be taking off here. Oh, he's got to throw a strike.
Still looking for that ground ball.
And it's a base hit to right. Cervelli checks in at second base.
Change up right there. Good at bat by Diaz. Picks up his second hit.
Third single off of Moya. He's faced 6 batters. Now the tying run at second. Nobody out. Josh Harrison, the batter.
He pulled the string. It stayed up a bit. Diaz. You see when he made contact, shooting for that hole, and he found it into right field.
Irvin Alston's going to come to the mound here, try to lengthen things for a right-hander who's now getting loose in the Twins bullpen. That's Tyler Duffy. Just got up, starting to get loose. Harrison has 3 hits, including a bunt single his last time up. While the Twins are meeting on the mound, Cervelli came all the way over to the third base coach's box to talk to Joey Cora. Harrison laid a beautiful bunt down about 30 feet up the third baseline. Barely beat it out for a single.
Wilson looking in the dugout, seeing what Paul Molitor wants to do right here.
Could be that Moya, the left-hander, would be responsible for the third baseline on a bunt.
Harrison has 1 sacrifice on the season. I just don't think he's sacrificing here.
A pretty good day at the plate already with 3 hits.
Yep.
Pitches up, ball 1. Left-handed batting Colin Moran is on deck. on the outside corner. One and one.
Good change up there. Harrison way out front.
1-2. Foul back. Back to the fastball. Moya being pushed out now beyond 30 pitches. Another foul. Duffy pitched an inning and a third last night. Guess is that this will be Moya's last batter, with Rogers warmed up down in the bullpen as well. Another 1-2. Fought off a good pitch. High pop up short center field. Kepler coming in, makes the catch, and that's the first out of the inning. And we'll see if the Twins make a move with Moran coming to the plate. Actually, it's David Freese who will be announced shortly.
Tell you what, the Pirates 3 times in this ball game have had opportunities but have popped up the ball. And with Freese being announced, Paul Molitor coming out, bring in Tyler Duffy.
So Duffy will come in to pitch to the right-hander. Freese pinch hitting for Moran with the tying run at second and 1 out.
David Freese was announced. Tyler Duffy, as Dick mentioned, worked in last night's ball game, an inning in the third through 14 pitches, 9 for strikes. Did not face David Freese, who started at third base in last night's ball game, picked up 3 hits. Freese in his 3rd season with the Pirates.
First and second, one down.
Duffy making his 10th relief appearance in his 3rd stint with the Twins.
Would you take a ground ball now?
Yes.
Strike one.
Good breaking ball right there. Duffy all 4 pitches: fastball, curveball, slider, changeup.
Liner to center. Kepler makes the catch. Kind of retreat a little bit towards the end. 2 down. That'll bring up Echeverria. Echeverria 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts and a fly ball to right. Situation here where the Pirates are a little banged up. They lost Jordy Mercer last night to a calf injury, and then Marte was scratched with an illness right before the ball game. So here we are in the bottom of the order, where you might think otherwise they would pinch hit Marte in a key spot like this, but they can't do anything with Mercer unable to play. They couldn't replace Echeverria, and Marte apparently not feeling well enough to even pinch hit. At least not here. Swung on and missed. 0-2.
A good curveball for strike one, and then Echeverria swinging at a fastball away. Echeverria faced Duffy in last night's ball game. Hit a little comebacker to him. Last batter that Duffy faced in the 7th inning.
Breaking ball. Beat foul up the line.
And he left that one up a little bit.
Oh, 0-2 to Adeiny Echeverria. Fly ball right field. Rosario retreats a few steps. Great job by Tyler Duffy. Fox Sports North is brought to you by Menards. Save big money at Menards on all your home improvement needs. And by Dodge. Join the brotherhood of muscle at the Dodge Summer Clearance event and get a great deal. Twins leading, another tight ball game, 5-4 as we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. And the Twins will send up Bobby Wilson, then Joe Mauer, and Eddie Rosario. Keona Kella coming out of the Pirate bullpen, picked up on a trade from the Texas Rangers.
Yeah, Cal making just his 6th relief appearance. He's been almost perfect. 5 innings, no runs allowed, 3 hits, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts. Hard throwing right-hander. Good fastball, hard curveball.
Bobby Wilson tags one down the line and gone. His 2nd home run of the year, and the Twins lead by 2.
Now, Bobby Wilson was with the Texas Rangers in 2015. He probably caught Kella saying, okay, he's going to challenge me with a fastball for strike 1. And Wilson was ready.
Off the facing of the 2nd deck.
So the fastball, and Wilson gave it a ride.
6-4 Twins, and now Mauer 0 for 3. First pitch of the ball game, boom, already giving up a home run. Wilson with 2 runs batted in, a little flared single in the 2nd inning that drove in a run, and that bomb to make it 6-4. Down and away, 2-0. Strike. Tapper to second. 3 hops. Harrison to Bell, 1 away. Let's get the StatCast info on the Bobby Wilson home run. Didn't take long to get it out of here.
He got good wood on that baby. 103.6 miles per hour.
Snow says, I got nothing. Here's Rosario. Strike over the inside corner. Rosario started the 3-run 6th with a first pitch single to center, advanced on the fumble by Frazier in center field. And the Twins were off to a 3-run inning. A pop up short center, and Echeverria going out. 2 down. And that'll bring up Polanco. Polanco singled in a run. Draw the Twins within 1, later scored the run to tie the game. Squaring the bunt, taking inside, ball 1. Again, this time taking a strike. Hooked foul. And it's 1-2. Pirates subtracted in the offseason, trading Cole, Andrew McCutchen. And to the surprise of many, they added mid-season with Kella coming over from Texas, Archer from Tampa Bay.
Kella was pitching well for the Rangers.
2-2. Rangers in last place in the West. Two and two. And great diving catch by Echeverria behind second base. A line drive headed for center field, but it never got there.
A 6-4 lead. This copyrighted telecast presented by authority of the Minnesota Twins and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Minnesota Twins, LLC.
Taylor Rogers will come in and try to pitch a quiet 8th inning.
And Taylor worked in last night's ball game, 2/3 of an inning, picked up a couple strikeouts. He did give up a double to Marte, but able to strike out the 2 left-handed batters he was asked to get. So good job by Duffy getting the final 2 outs of the 7th inning.
Dickerson has a double and a single in 4 trips in this afternoon's game, and Rogers delivers strike 1.
He struck out Dickerson last night, the first batter he faced, on good breaking balls away.
Breaking ball lifted to left. Very high fly ball. And then the catch made by Cave in left field, 1 down. Target Field's become a top choice for families in Twins territory, celebrating birthdays, anniversaries, and family celebrations of all kinds. Schedule your special event in a fully catered Target Field hospitality space available for groups of 16 to 250 plus. You can learn more at twinsbaseball.com/groups or call 800-33-TWINS. Here's Adam Frazier. Just off the outside corner. Swing and a miss. Twins bullpen has really done a good job in this series. Odorizzi was able to almost go 6 innings, but Barrios with a short start today. And all those men left on base by the Pirates, total of 11, may come back and haunt them.
Yeah, bullpen so far, 7 innings, no runs allowed, a couple walks, 5 strikeouts.
Fastball off the plate, now 3-1.
Saw Addison Reed out in the bullpen getting loose. But 3 left-handers up this inning.
There's a fastball and a strike. Twins looking for win number 56 against 63 losses. Full count to Frazier. And a bullet to Sano. A line drive for out number 2.
Well, he was placed perfectly. All he had to do was just go to his right a little bit, get that line drive for the 2nd out. So Frazier hit it sharply, but right at Sano.
Two down, and now Gregory Polanco.
Taylor struck out Polanco in the 8th inning last night.
Breaking ball inside. And a looping liner over the head of Forsythe. Polanco aboard, and that'll bring up Bell.
Polanco picks up his 2nd hit of the ball game, and 12th for the Pirates. They've out hit the Twins 12-9.
And now Bell, who's 0 for 3 with a walk. Paul Molitor moving Sano closer to the line. A little bit of no doubles defense here. The outfield playing pretty deep. Inside, ball 1. Fastball at the knees. One and one to Bell. Breaking ball gets a swing and a miss.
And that was an ugly swing right there. Is he setting you up for another breaking ball? Take a look right here. Try it again or fastball. Wilson creeping inside.
Breaking ball missing inside. 2-2.
Tighten that breaking ball a little bit. That's what Taylor can do. He has that slow curveball, then he tightens it up a little bit. A little quicker spin.
Velocity still holding at 94 for Rogers. Top end of 94. And that was 95. I stand corrected. 2-2.
Go back to the hard breaking ball.
Whoa, that was a worse swing.
Yep.
Good inning for Rogers. And we head to the bottom of the 8th with the Twins up by 2.
And an ugly and a worst.
Stay with us directly after this game concludes. For Twins Live, presented by Central, I think we'll take a look at how the Twins search to control offensively in the 6th. We'll also take a look at the start of Jose Barrios as he was able to really struggle today. He fell short of what we were looking for. Paul Mauder brings us inside the manager's office. We hear from him, and as a bonus today, Prism Research brings us our Twins final pitch. Exclusive content at Fox Sports North's Facebook page. We'll wrap up this series and we'll preview the 4-game series this weekend with Ron Gardenhire's Detroit Tigers, guys.
All right. Looking forward to that series. Saw Gardy, of course, last weekend in Detroit. Miguel Sano will lead things off here in the bottom of the 8th inning against a new Pittsburgh pitcher.
Kyle Crick coming into the ball game.
Outside ball 1.
Crick making his 48th relief appearance. Only 34 hits allowed in 44 2/3 innings. 19 walks, a bit high. 3 intentional with 47 strikeouts.
1-1.
Crick, 25 years old in his first season with the Pirates. Last year pitched for the Giants. Came over in the Andrew McCutchen trade to the Pirates.
Driven foul. Sano with a double and a run scored his first time up. Since then, a couple of swinging strikeouts.
Yeah, Crick, Giants' #1 pick back in 2011.
Breaking ball, and he just got a piece of it. Ball strikes him out. One down in the 8th. That'll bring up Kepler.
Oh, big breaking ball. You see the late break on that. Nice pitch. Sano out of his reach.
Replay compliments of Carrier. Kepler had a little pop fly down the left field line and landed in front of Dickerson and then jungled momentarily. Kepler hustled to second base with a double. And strike one. Down and in. Cubs are leading the Brewers 7-2 in the 6th. Ryan Braun had to leave the game with some rib cage tightness. That's all the Brewers need is to have yet another injury. 1-2 to Kepler. Fouled over the dugout. Trevor Hildenberger getting loose for what might be another save opportunity. In to Kepler, 2-2. Half swing, but he went.
And Joe said he went. Yep.
Kepler strikes out. 2 down. And now Forsythe. Here's tonight's Coors Light Refreshing Finish.
Well, Logan Forsythe in the 6th inning, a big 2-run single right up the middle, gave the Twins a lead.
They finished off a 3-run rally in the 6th inning. Forsythe with 2 singles, 3 runs batted in. At the knees on the outside corner. And now 1-1. Pirates holding out some hope that they can catch the Cardinals and the Brewers and the Cubs, at least move themselves into the wild card spot. Of course, they haven't had much luck in that game.
Well, they still have a lot of games in their division.
After tonight, or after today's game, they fly home. They got 4 with the Cubs at home. And the next weekend, 3 with Milwaukee.
They've actually won more games in the Central Division against any of their opponents there, 28-19.
Yeah.
In the National League Central Division, more than the Cubs. Well, actually, the Cardinals have won 33.
Forsythe takes a 2-out walk, and that'll bring Cave to the plate. Verizon gives us a look at tomorrow's projected starting pitchers in the opener of 4 with the Detroit Tigers. Francisco Liriano started against the Twins in Detroit, and he'll go against Irvin Santana. Kyle Gibson going Friday against Matthew Boyd. Artie Lewicki is supposed to go on Saturday, but He's been disabled, and so the Tigers will have to find somebody to fill his spot. 1-0 to Cave. Twins have been able to bunch most of their hits together into 2 different innings. They have 9 hits, 4 in one inning, 4 in another. And the Wilson home run, the only other hit they've got. But they've only left 3 men on, while the Pirates have left a dozen on.
Yeah, good timely hitting by the Twins offense.
He's a strike 1 and 2. And Cave strikes out to end the inning. Trevor Hildenberger will have another save opportunity with the Twins up by 2. From behind late again to take a 6-4 lead, and again it'll be Trevor Hildenberger trying to get the save.
Well, he only needed 6 pitches to get the save last night in a 5-2 win over the Pirates. Gave up a base hit to Harrison with 1 out, and then Echeverria hits a double play to end the ball game. So making his 57th relief appearance, looking for save number 3 on the year.
Cervelli will lead things off. He has a single. He was hit by a pitch. It'll be then Diaz and Harrison here in the 9th inning. Strike 1. On the corner. Beautiful pitch.
Yeah, 2 fastballs. Sometimes he'll come over to the top with a fastball, but see what he does here. Good pitch. Wilson staying down, framing it. And he does come over the top.
With a 93-mile-per-hour fastball, Paul Molitor saying again the other day that they're encouraging him to throw the changeup from that arm slot, because some teams, doesn't take long for the scouting report to get out. Hitters are aware that he might do that, but if he can change speeds up there, gives him another weapon. It floated inside, and it's 1-2. Trying to keep the bases clean so a swing won't tie the game. And the changeup inside, 2-2.
He's got good movement on that changeup. Usually it sinks down and into a right-hander.
Breaking ball got the corner. Fastball, 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 changeup, changeup, and the curve.
Well, Cervelli didn't like the call. Kind of motion like you're terrible to the umpire right there. That's a good pitch.
Probably upset about strike 2 being called. That was inches off the plate, but that was in the box. 1 down, and now Diaz. Strike 1. Diaz with a couple of hits and a walk. 1 hit, a home run tied the game at 2 in the 4th inning. The Pirates scored a couple more and held the lead for a while until the Twins' 3-run 6th inning. Swinging through the breaking ball. 0-2. Inside. 94-mile-per-hour fastball.
Well, Hildenberger was a closer in college at Cal Berkeley in Northern California, and in the minor leagues 52 saves throughout his minor league career.
1-2. Now missing. Before he was closing games, we talked about years ago, the Indians had a closer that threw with the same type of delivery, Doug Jones, and he was a pretty good closer
for a long time.
Yep. With kind of the same arsenal that Hildenberger has. And that changeup misses. It's 3-2. The on-deck batter is Harrison.
No free passes here. Make him swing the bat.
And he took it low, and there's a walk. And Harrison represents the tying run.
Second time Diaz has walked in the ball game. He's been on base 4 times. One time he just circled the bases.
Harrison, and then barring a double play, Freeze.
Well, Harrison got a base hit off of Hildenberger in last night's ball game. Then was doubled up to end the ball game. Harrison 3 hits in today's game,
including a bunt single in the 5th. Fastball on the outside corner. Bouncer to short.
Gonna end it again on a double play.
Yep. Double play, ending both games of a Twins 2-game sweep.
Oh, nice crowd here, over $26,000, or excuse me, 26,000 people. Just saw the Twins sweep the Pirates in a 2-game series. Great job by the bullpen.
And the Twins continue to do a really nice job in their home ballpark. Tom Hannum and the Twins, with today's win, are now 35-24 here at Target Field.
Dick, the Twins' 5th series sweep of the season, first ever against the Pirates in Minnesota. Up next on Twins Live, presented by CenturyLink. Tim Lautner talks about the surge at the plate in the 6th and Jose Barrios' day on the mound.